Hello, Way Mountain. Hello, TTT. Can you hear us?
Yes, we can hear you.
Yes, we can hear you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello, Vincent Po, sound check. Hello.
Morning, everyone. Sorry I'm late. I was looking at these people here at Go First. I forgot time. How long did you sit last night? Or this morning? Not long, right? 3 hours. Impressive. I'm so impressed. The whole team? Wow. By 6. Wow. It's such hardcore here in Go Forest. Wow, I'm so impressed. Well, you deserve a break. Let's take it easy this morning. We talk about pleasant things. Gossiping. Anyone has any questions or comments? Pain is good for you. What happened to XY2? She's still alive? She's still alive. You know, she's fasting how many days now? You know? Huh?
Almost 9 days. 8 days or 9 days.
8-9 days? I see. Today is 10th day? Okay. Okay, thank you. Okay, she's struggling a lot. And when you do these things, especially in her case, when you struggle so much, it means the body is not well. Body is very, very ill. Okay, it brings it out. When you do long sits, your physical ailments will come out, and mental ailments will come out. And so, or your karmic obstructions will manifest themselves. So, in her case, it's the body is not well. All right. Hope she doesn't die. No questions. We can go into the song Enlightenment. We've been talking about this for years now, and this section here is Master YongHua. He says, "Do not let abuse and slander and arouse enmity or liking." Okay, so this happens a lot to good people. Good people, when they practice the Dharma, they will be subject to abuse and slander. Okay, many of them are monks. How else can the power of compassion and patience with non-production manifest? He says that's one way for you. If you are abused in your cultivation and you encounter slander, okay, and it's natural for you to have enmity, or some of you like it. That's in a big picture. That's how compassion and enlightenment arrives, right? And so we're at on slide 187 right now. Just those of you who are new, we're discussing the song Enlightenment by Great Master YongHua. He's a 7th patriarch. And so from a 6th patriarch, 7th patriarch, this guy here is very famous. His work's very famous. His level is about I haven't seen his picture. His level is about 7th ground based on his understanding, his knowledge. 7G is very, very impressive. Okay? No, it's very hard to get there nowadays. There aren't many people who are 7G. The last one I saw 7G as well is Xu Hang, the monk in Taiwan, in Taipei. He has a temple in Taipei. He's a 7th ground. He's fat, okay, and he has his picture taken without any clothes on top. Why so? Because at 7G they learn about expedience, so they can do things that are different from ordinary monks. Okay, and so you see, enlightenment, when you get up there, it's not the way we think. It's not the way you expect. Okay, so, but what's great about Master YongHua, and for your reference, the patriarch, the last known patriarch in China was Great Master Xu Yun. He's 8th ground, 8G. Okay, his photo and his behavior and his work are consistent with 8G people. Okay, it's not something to laugh about. It's very remarkable. Okay, has limitation, but very, very difficult to get there. You see, from even 7G to 8G, it's very, very difficult. It's a lot more than 8 hours or 18 hours of sits. Let me tell you. Okay, so be humble. Okay, and so Master YongHua, what he did is very, very compassionate. He's the first monk who talked about the state of enlightenment, meaning he shared his wisdom, what he understood from his practice, and that's the first time ever. That's why his work is highly revered by the Chinese. Okay, that's why we're studying it, because we use these as reference points. Okay, as I go through it now today, I show you why 7 Gs is impressive, but it has holes they have holes in the knowledge. Okay, so he says here, do not let abuse and slander arouse enmity or liking. That means that when someone slander you, or someone criticizes you, or someone yells at you, happen to anyone? Everyone, yeah? It's normal, that's life. You know. If you cultivate, do not like it, of course, most of you don't like it, but most of us will feel upset and resented. Okay? That's enmity. You hate it. Okay? So you see, the teaching is very useful. This happens to all of us. It's not uncommon for any and all of you to encounter abuses, okay? From your bosses, from your relatives, from your brothers and your sisters, from your parents, okay? So it's common for us, okay? And slander. Slander is when you have something that's desirable, something that others don't have, and they then don't expect to be able to get there or attain it, they will slander you. Why? Because since they cannot get up there, they have to bring you down. Okay? That's life. Okay? When that happens, don't get upset. Don't give rise to hatred. And this is about you. It's about us. It's about our lives. Whatever they do is what they do. A dog will bark. Okay? A nasty person will do nasty things. A slanderer will slander. Okay? That's them. That's their issues. They will have to pay for their karmas. But when you cultivate, okay, you stop blaming others. You look at yourself. You say, okay, this makes me upset. Anyone? Who's not upset? You see? You're not upset. I'm glad for you. Yes, you too.
Good morning, Master. Heidi has a question in regards to her cultivation. Hi, Master. Should I continue to follow the Chan Chi schedule or sit longer at home? Thank you, Master.
You can, why not? When you come to the temple, learn about the techniques of the Chan Chi, you're provided with the resources and the support for you to learn how to take advantage of Chan Chi. Okay? And so you develop skills, you acquire knowledge on how to do it yourself. That's how I learned. And so we hope that when you go home and you have a chance, an opportunity, then you could use him skills to continue your own private practice. Okay? Thank you for the question. All right. So it's natural to be upset. Okay? And so Master YongHua, Master XinHua explanation of this section, he says, okay, so they slander you, they ridicule you, and you should not allow hatred to sneak into your heart, okay? Because you're not getting what you want, okay? You're not getting especially the respect you feel you deserve, all right? So the main thing is don't feel angry and have no hatred in your heart. In contrast, you should feel grateful. All right? And so, where am I? Where were we? What's the start point? What's the current slide number? Don't just sit there. $177. Okay. Sorry about that. Okay, sorry, the section is wrong. I don't know why I went to the wrong section. Okay? Okay, the context is again the slander and condemnation. Okay, and therefore he says that when I hear slander, I hear condemnation, people slandering me, people condemning me. To me, Master YongHua says it's like drinking sweet dew, thus melted and refined. Suddenly, one enters the inconceivable. So the concept here is use the slander and the criticism to cultivate, because it will help you attain something very significant. Okay? He says his experience has been, because that tells us that he's been subject to slander and criticism as well. And he says, when I hear it, when I hear it, it feels like sweet dew, drinking sweet dew. That's his personal experience. You see, he's no ordinary people. Okay, and so next he says, thus melted and refined. Okay, the translation, it leaves quite a bit to be desired. Okay, but the concept here is that thus melted and refined, one suddenly enters the inconceivable. Let me tell you what he's talking about. He says, this is why, this is one spot right here that tells you that he's a little bit off. Okay, he's overselling. He's trying too hard to sell his cultivation, to sell cultivation to us. Okay, he has good intentions, but he's trying too hard. Why? Yeah. He says, when I hear criticism and slander, it's like sweet dew to me. It tastes sweet to me. So far, so good. That's his words, not mine. Okay? 消融顿入. 消 is to not smelt. 消 is to burn up. What's the word for 消? To 消 in Chinese mean that you dissolve it. Okay? You dissolve it, and rung is absorb, not refined. Okay? This is very, very fundamental Buddhist concepts. Before you can use, when you use sugar, okay, you need to dissolve it. Yeah? First you dissolve it. And then you need to make it absorb it into the food itself, into the drinks, into the meat.
Melt.
Yeah, melt, dissolve.
Cancel.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. And rung is absorbed, okay, integrated. Okay, so he says here, so you see, remember the context. He says, when I hear criticism, when I hear slander, it's like sweet dew to me. Okay? If it were sweet dew, you don't need it to be dissolved and absorbed. Okay? So there's a little bit of conflict here. It's a little bit off. Meaning that if you have to dissolve it, and then it's not pleasant, how can it be sweet do? Okay? So this is where he oversells a little bit. He says, when I hear sweet do, you should be like me. When I hear slanders, it should be like me. Think of it as sweet do. I feel it like sweet do to me, and I absorb it, and I dissolve and absorb it. Okay? And so this is inconsistent with what happens to you when you are criticized or slandered. Anyone feels happy and content when you're slandered? Anyone? I don't. I've been slandered for the last 20 years, 25 years. And I don't, let me tell you, for 25 years, every time I'm slandered, I'm reminding of the same slander that was perpetrated upon me 25 years ago, it's still unpleasant. Okay? Yeah. So, because of that, you need to dissolve it. Xiao here is that you dissolve it. Dissolve what? The unpleasantness. Okay? And then you absorb the unpleasantness. What for? This is very, very Buddhist. Okay? When someone criticizes you, someone slanders you, okay? It's unpleasant. Unless you're some of those people who like to be slandered and like to be criticized, then you like it. Okay? Then you're this special exemption. You are a superwoman. Okay? For ordinary people to be slandered, because this teaching is for ordinary people. Okay? When you slandered, when you criticized, it's unpleasant. Okay? And that's where cultivation comes in. When it's unpleasant, that's when you feel compelled to do something about it. Yeah? When you sit for 16 hours and the legs hurt, okay? You say, oh, I like this. I really love it. Anyone? See, you're normal people. Maybe Chung would like it, but not the rest of us. Okay? So it's unpleasant. And therefore, you need to dissolve this unpleasantness in your heart if you want to continue to cultivate. If you quit, there's no point. You can quit and you don't have to do anything about it. But if you decide to continue, you commit to continue your spiritual path, then you have to do something with this unpleasantness in your heart. Is that clear? So by continuing to cross your legs, okay, you eventually be able to xiao rong, meaning that you'll be able to dissolve it and absorb the unpleasantness, so that the unpleasantness can no longer afflict you. You need to be afflicted first to give rise to the drive to do something about it. Got that? That's a secret about Buddhist cultivation. We make you sit, we make you do things that are unpleasant to you, and you said, why am I doing this again? Huh? I miss my family. I work all week. Why am I here? Okay? And if you have good reasons to continue, this is when your body, your mind will naturally xiao rong, will naturally dissolve it and absorb it and make something good out of criticism and slander. That's Buddhist wisdom from Master YongHua. I only dislike the fact he says, to me, it's like sweet dew, and therefore I just melt it, and then absorb it, and then suddenly I will become enlightened. That's oversell. That's unrealistic. This is not how it works in cultivation. This is not how we train our people in American way. Okay, we brag about it. Oh, you're gonna hurt a lot. Are you sure you want to continue? Okay, and of course, when you're foolish enough to continue, this is when the inconceivable things happen. The inconceivable things that you are able to do yourself without having to ask for help. Okay? My Chinese master, when it's too difficult for you, too tough for you, he says, okay, I'll help you. I take your pain away from you. I take your illness away from you. And I put it into my body. Where does it go, you think? If you're sick, and Master YongHua says, okay, get well. Where does the sickness ghost go? It goes to him. That's why he becomes sick on your behalf. So that's why all his disciples, his loving disciples, like Ronald here, would come to him and say, Master, help me. I have a cold. He said, okay, you well now. You heal. Praise the Lord. Okay? So he takes it and puts it in his body. Okay, so it's a regime of dependency. If you never have a problem, you come to the master and expect the master to fix it for you. Okay? You're lucky that I can't fix it for you. Therefore, and if I could, I would not. It's for your own good. Because when this is where what's inconceivable about your body, about your mind, is that when you must, you'll be able to xiao you'll be able to melt it and absorb the unpleasantness, and it becomes good for you. That's why it's called inconceivable, meaning it's not something you can understand. You have to do it, then you know why. You know what you're capable of doing yourself. All right? Yes, Way Mountain.
Thank you, Master. I was curious about that word smelt. So I looked it up under ChatGPT. So it does have that past tense of smell, but also as a verb, it's related to metal. To smelt means to extract metal from ore by heating it to a high temperature. So I kind of felt like maybe the slander is like heating or helping us redefine ourselves like a high temperature. I don't know, I just thought I'd share that, Master. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you for the question. This is a Buddhist concept. It is very profound. Xiao Rong is what happens, what you're capable of doing yourself when you are challenged, when you are obstructed. There's a methodology behind it that we use the obstructions and the difficulties you undergo to help you learn how to smelt and absorb it. Okay? That's a Buddhist wisdom. It takes training. It's not easy, but this is how you discover your incredible power. Then put it very simple for you, and that's something you understand. Your power of healing. Your own, you can develop this incredible healing power that you can heal your own illnesses. Okay? So the xiao here is that something that's bad for you, like illnesses. Okay? Negativity, mental issues in your head. Okay? Very difficult to deal with. You can xiao, you can smelt it, you can melt it, you can break it down, so it can no longer obstruct you. And then you take whatever that's difficult to absorb, now you turn it into something that will make you stronger. All right? And so, for example, in Japan, they have these very old porcelain earthenwares that are 200 years old. Okay, highly priced, very expensive. Okay, I got a chance to use some of them. They are just the right weight and light and kind of ugly, but it's old. Very old. So when I touched it, I was scared. I said, I don't want to break this. Oh my God, I cannot afford these things. And if I even have nicked it, I'd be sorry the rest of my life. I'd feel so guilty. And this woman here, Korean, Japanese-born Korean woman, gave it to us, all of us. So I was looking at my disciples. I said, I pray to God that they won't break any of this because it's on my shoulders. Okay, and so these are very, very expensive, and they're not that good looking, but they're very special. So you touch it, and these things are irreplaceable. Okay, very expensive, but occasionally they get broken up. There will be accidents. Okay, and so what the Japanese do in Japan is they would fix it. Okay, because very old has its value, so they would use gold. They melt gold and use it to patch the cracks, so that now the shape is restored, except you see lines of gold that fills in the cracks. Okay, that's you could look as xiaorong is that. Okay, gold is not digestible for you, but it's a different substance, and yet you heat it up and you melt it. Okay, and then you can integrate for it to become part of you. Okay. Yes, Wei Mao.
Good morning, Master. So about this dissolve and absorb, I guess I could call it a training. So does it take really long time to get to that point? And also, is there anything, the concept of detachment is associated with this training?
All of those. Okay? We're not holding back anything when we train you. Whether you're a first-timer or old-timer, it's the same. We teach the same to you. Okay? What's the difference in results is due to the fact of personal obstructions, conditions, circumstances, limitation, your abilities. The real limitation, your abilities, okay, is because of your ability to absorb, the ability to execute the instructions. Okay? For example, I just talked about it yesterday with one of my students. When I said, be true. You come to the temple, you're out there, you lie, you cheat, whatever you need to do to make a living, I understand. Okay? We all have to try our best to provide for our families and take care of ourselves and earn a living. I understand all that. Okay? I am in no position to judge you, whatever you do in your personal life. I have no interest in judging you. But when you come to the temple, I only ask of you, I suggest to you is that for the short duration you're here, be true to yourself. Meaning, don't lie, don't need to cheat, okay? You will not get in trouble because you yell at someone, you lose your temper, or you want to eat more, whatever, okay? Just be yourself. Don't have to worry about it. We will not judge you. Those who judge you are under training, so that someday we'll stop judging you, okay? We're not perfect, let me tell you, okay? We're work in progress. Yeah. We're real, okay? That's part of being true to yourself. Don't have to pretend. Don't have to try to please people. Don't have to try to kiss up to me so that I favor you. I give you special consideration and treatment. That works, but not often enough to make it worth it, okay? Let me assure you. I fall for it at first, but eventually I catch on. Okay? So you want to be true to yourself. All right? Very simple. So someone might ask me, what do you mean true to myself? Does it mean I should not never lie? I said, listen, it's just an example, okay? When you hear true to myself, then you should ask you, it's meant to tell you that at the temple, okay? When you're afflicted, when something happens, okay, that you don't like, okay, that's when you ask yourself, how true am I? Okay, it's about looking at yourself. You decide for yourself, I am true to myself, or am I not? Okay, do I do this because I want Master to like me more? Do I do this because I want people to respect me more? Okay, then are you true to yourself? Because you have ulterior motives. You're scamming for attention. You're scamming for adoration. Okay, trust me, people in this temple, many of them, the kung fu is very high. It's scary because you may be able to fool them initially, but eventually they will see. And then, it's no point. That's why you might as well be true to yourself. Okay? And so that's what being true to yourself means. However, this is what you are right now. What you don't realize, if you commit to being more truer to yourself now, this will help you improve a lot faster. Okay? Because American Mahayana, the basis is truth. If you scheme, you scam, you try to cheat people, okay, you will not get very far. That's a fact. I've been doing this for 20 years now. Okay? So the truer you are to yourself, the faster you get out of your rut. Okay? And then when you get to the next level, you are whatever the next level is, okay, you still need to be true to yourself at this level. Okay? Which if you become truer at this level, okay, don't look back at this level anymore. It's no longer relevant. Okay? Because now you move to Beverly Hills. You're no longer in San Jose. Okay? So the standards are different. You're supposed to drive a Lexus. You're supposed to drive a Mercedes. You're not supposed to drive Toyota anymore. Okay? Bentley. Thank you. I'm still at San Jose. Not. So you see, that's what it means. The instruction is be true to yourself. It's meant to tell you at all times, am I true to myself? Am I true to myself? Am I true to myself? Because the definition of being true to yourself changes as you progress. So in other words, you become truer to yourself as you progress. See that? Does it make sense? The Chinese, the Asian also have a similar concept. They said, the Chinese, particularly in my master's temple, he says, purity. You need to be pure. Same thing. I just said pure is so unclear to us Westerners. Okay? Pure. Even the Chinese have a hard time explaining pure. But the same principle. If you pure, okay, whatever pure means to them at this level, but when you move to the next level, okay, it requires you to be purer and purer and purer. So therefore, a person up here is a lot purer than a person down here. Is that clear? Same thing. If you're true to yourself, this person here will be truer than this person down here. That's how it is. So the instruction is the same. Be pure. Whatever it means to you. Be true to yourself. All right? So if you're not getting up there, it's because you fail to be true to yourself. You fail to be pure. That's all. We didn't hold back. It's not our fault. Okay? You come to the temple, someone comes to you, stop wasting water. You go down to LA, that's going to happen to you. Guaranteed. How can you accuse me of wasting water? Never. That's slandering me. Okay? Got that? I hope it helps. You have to ask yourself, it's not about my standards. It's about your standards. If you're true, you're at this level, can you be truer? If you're truer, you get up here. If you're pure, you get up here, and up here, and up here, and up here. That's the only way, by the way. So therefore, you see, I look at people first. When they talk about pure, I look at them, no, you don't know about purity. No, you don't know about true, being true. Okay? All right, there are lots of questions. I don't think we have enough time today. Let's see. I have number 7 here. Go ahead. Thank you for waiting. Sound like a White House press conference.
Dạ thưa Thầy, con có câu hỏi về chỗ làm của con, giống như sếp con hay la, xong con không có giận dữ lại, nói chuyện rất là nhẹ nhàng, nhưng mà không biết sao cái cơ thể của con nó bị rung á. Thì cái đó làm sao control được Thầy? Cái đó là phải là con đang true myself không Thầy? Not true.
Emitofuo Master, question is, at work, my boss yelled at me, scolded me. Sometimes I feel I don't feel angry. I speak very soft and gentle, but somehow my body felt like shaking, vibrating inside. Does it mean that I have control, or does it mean that I am true to myself?
Okay, this is a typical case of when the smile and the soft words kill. And it's betrayed by your body shaking. He basically said, you dare mess with this mama? I'm going to kill you. Does it cross your mind? How dare you? Yeah? You see? And then her mind says, how dare you talk to me like that? He said, oh, you're right, boss. I'm so sorry, boss. Don't fire me, boss. Does it help? Is it true to yourself? No. Okay, but that's survival. You're not going to snap back on your boss. It's unacceptable. Okay? It's very difficult for him to fire you anyway, so what are you afraid of? It's impossible. You get fired and, so just survive, that's all. Okay? Okay, good luck to you. Yes, 6 in the back.
Hello, Master. I have a question. So, how do we know which one is our true self? Because, maybe sometimes it's not sometimes, but I have bad habits that, come out of,
Like
become
what?
an action.
Like
and
what?
Then,
For example?
being sneaky. And also...
For example, your sister knows it already.
It's like I don't want people to judge me, so I avoid talking about it.
Okay? Yeah. Avoiding talking about it is kind of not true. It's borderline untrue. Okay? It works for you so far. And if you want to get out of it, this is those areas, that's what you want to pay attention to. So why do I need to be untrue for this particular instance? So you zoom in these particular instances where I really don't need to do this, yeah? Then you don't do it anymore. It's those little differences that's going to make a huge difference for you. Okay? It's the borderline. That's when you want to pay attention.
Also...
Met many problems, huh?
Yes, it's a whole master here. So also, if I feel... how can I say? If I feel like I'm scared of something, is that also my true self that being scared, or is it because I'm covering up something?
When you're scared, usually it's because you're scared of getting hurt. There's 2 different kinds of fears that you need to be careful about, all you need to be careful about. If you're afraid to get physically hurt, like someone brandishing a knife, okay, and going like this at you, there's a real chance that you can get hurt physically. So being fearful there is a natural instinct of preservation. It's normal. We act upon that, as it's what we call fight or flight, flight or fight, okay? It's natural for us, okay? However, when there's no physical danger, the only danger is in your head. It says, oh, what's going to happen to my reputation? What's going to happen to what she will think of me? Okay, that is scheming, that is being untrue to yourself. Does it help? If there's real physical danger, yeah, it's natural, that's normal. But for you, to fear not being liked, losing your popularity, and so forth, that's untrue. Okay? And we don't need to go to do 100% change right away. You can do a 60 degrees, a 70 degrees turn around, okay? So that you can turn gradually by choosing to be truer to someone who is less likely to hurt you. Okay? And once you can overcome that fear, then go to the next layer, next level, next level. It's up to you. Okay? Whatever is more manageable to you, the key point is to choose to do more. Take more of a loss. All right. Let's go to Wei Mountain and come back.
Yes, thank you, Master. Does this notion of dissolving and absorbing kind of have the angle or the interpretation maybe of like when you become afflicted, learning to see parts of yourself that are repressed or rejected and sort of absorbing those or integrating those disowned parts of yourself, kind of finding a sense of integration or wholeness within yourself. So you're learning not to reject those parts or see them more clearly?
Yeah, basically, in your case is that you whine like a girl. You don't like it. I don't like this. I don't like this. I don't have to take care of it. I don't have to bear this. Okay? You somehow feel that you have the privilege of not to deserve more than you feel you should. And it's a stupidity. It's an attachment that is sheer stupidity. This is so un-American in that the culture here is we earn everything. And we are there because we earn the right to be there. And if you're not good enough, you cannot stay there. And somehow you have this annoying habit, and this actually unbecoming habit of feeling that you shouldn't have to suffer. You deserve not to suffer. The rest of us suffers. Suffering is part of life. Suffering is part of cultivation. People cultivate because they want to fix their suffering. If people are happy, they wouldn't be here at the temple. You're here at the temple because you're suffering. At the same time, you're trying to find a way to fix the suffering. At the same time, you're also whining and saying, why am I suffering so much? You're an idiot. Instead of being grateful that you're suffering, because the environment allows you to see that you're suffering, and if you look long enough, you look deep enough, you see the cause of that suffering. What attachment do you have that makes you suffer? But you're not that smart. You just, somehow you think you're smarter than you really are. And that's why you keep on whining and say, why am I suffering? You're suffering because you cannot see why you're afflicted. So you have two choices. Either you see, if you see, you understand that you're suffering because you're holding on to something that's hurting you, a hot piece of steel here. Okay? If you could understand that, you drop it right away. But no, you're stupid. You're suffering, and this is not just him, but it's the rest of you. You have to listen to this carefully. You're holding on to a hot knife. It's burning your hands, so it hurts, it's painful. But you said, why am I painful? Why am I suffering? I don't want to suffer. You're holding on to this piece of steel yourself. It's not my fault. I am only creating a temple for you to come here to finally realize you're hanging on to something that's very bad for you. And what do? You blame me. You say, oh, Master, you make me suffer. I make everyone suffer, idiot. You're not the only one. Look at them. Look at anyone who's happy right now. They're all suffering. But you say, no, I don't have to suffer. You don't have to suffer. Get away. Get the hell out of the temple. When are you going to get it? You keep on suffering and suffering because someday, it's very simple. If you feel that you're suffering because you hate me, for example, okay? And if you continue to hate me, you're going to suffer. You choose to hang on to this hot steel here. Okay? I'm me. But you who choose to say, I want to hang on to hating master, to being angry at master, being angry at me, being upset at me is like you holding on to this hot knife. Do you get it? Huh, idiot? It's you who choose to hang on to it. And then you say, Master is so mean, man. You're so stupid. All you have to do is, this is a hot knife. Meaning what? Hating him is no good for me. I don't give a shit. Drop it. That's all you have to do. But no, you're too stupid to get it. You keep on, but he's so mean. He's a master. He's not supposed to be this mean to me. He's not supposed to. What kind of person is this? These Vietnamese people, they're so outrageous. God, you come up with so many ways to keep on complaining me. Instead of simply do the smartest thing to do is that if it hurts your hands, drop it. You idiot. And you think you're smart. I don't get it. My job is to give you the environment and give you the circumstances for you to realize you're hanging on to a knife, this hot thing here. You're hanging on to an affliction that's hurting you. And you say, but I'm justified. I have the right to be angry. You also have the right, if you choose to be angry, you're hurting yourself. It's not the knife's fault, it's hot. It's not my fault, I'm mean and a nasty person. And just myself, I'm being true to myself. I'm doing what I'm teaching you. I'm true to myself. I'm mean. I'm nasty. I have a temper. You don't like it? Get the hell out. But you say, why am I angry? He's just suffering. Look at him. He's suffering. He's so angry. Look at that guy. Look how ugly he looks, his face. It's a chance for you to develop compassion. Develop kindness. They say, oh my God, why am I so angry at such an idiot? But no, you're not that smart. You say, oh, he's a master. He's supposed to be compassionate. None of your damn business. I'm not compassionate. You always come up with stupid reasons to feel that, I'm justified being angry. I'm justified being, hating master. Master's such a mean son of a bitch. I'm just being true to myself, my nature. I'm practicing what I preach. It's you stupid to keep on hanging on to your hatred and you feel so justified in being hateful when the Buddha taught what? Never mind about me. Buddha says, don't be angry. It's that simple. But no. I'm angry because he's so mean. If I'm so mean, get out. Who asked you to stick around? The reason you're around is because you get out to those other places. They cannot protect you, cannot help you, and they drive you crazy. You keep on coming back because this is the only place where you have some protection. So that you can get angry. Other places, you cannot afford to get angry because you're crazy. And so instead of being grateful for the chance to be angry at me, I don't get it. I would feel grateful myself. Then I come and feel, I hate you, okay? I hate you so much, okay? But I'm going to stick around so that I'm going to one day will be able to conquer my hatred, and then I look at you and say, thank you, asshole, and leave. Instead, you say, "Oh, I hate him. I hate him. How come he's so unfair to me? Oh, he likes girls. He doesn't like boys. That's my problem, you idiot." Stop blaming others. Look at your affliction, folks. Be true to yourself. Why am I afflicted? That's part of being true. Why am I afflicted? You say, "I'm afflicted because." Look at yourself. This is a process of cultivation, folks. Okay? You're afflicted because you're hanging on to something that's hurting you. Your affliction is hurting you. When are you going to wake up? I'm very proud to tell you, unlike the other monks who are kind and compassionate, I'm a son of a bitch. I will afflict you to death. Because I want you to see that when you hanging on to the thing that the afflictions are hurting you, you really are hurting yourself. You're not hurting me. I'm just being my charming self. See? Amazing that ordinary people, they can't even see this. You spend their entire lives, getting afflicted and blaming others for your afflictions. And they never realize they're the one who are hurting themselves. Get it? Be more grateful, you ingrates. Jesus. Become Catholic or something, see if I care. Okay, coming back here. There's a 5 here. If you still have a question, no question. There is a 6 there. Go ahead. Mm-hmm.
Hello, Master. I have a question related to my own issues. I have been living, not being true to myself for a long time, and I'm not aware of that until now. So I'm
until
trying,
now?
Yes.
18 hours of sitting still didn't help.
Only 3.
You see how funny it is? Because, the idiot at WMT, I let him suffer for 10 years with this. I keep on blaming, and then he said, "No, I'm not blaming you. I'm not blaming you." And he said, "Yeah, I admit I'm blaming you, but, I admit, but I still want to hang on to it because I like it." And this is what's called Great Assembly, because we look like fools. But it helps because it helps us look at how others look so ridiculous, and you laugh and, "Oh, look at her, she's so ridiculous." But actually, when you look back, "Oh, I'm too. I'm like that too." Jesus. Yes, ma'am. Continue. Let's hear about your problem.
Yes. So quickly. Now, when I'm trying to when I try to be more true to myself, I realize that people.
Your sister will not like you anymore.
Yes, my husband they runs away, and I know the
So
consequence.
you've been pretending all these years. "Honey, I love you so much."
So how can I fix the issues that I'm having right now? I want to be true to myself.
Oh my God, they shouldn't have said anything. This is something you take in private. Because now you're going to ruin your relationship with your husband and your sister. They will not trust you anymore.
It's okay.
Yeah. Don't help her. I'm putting words in your mouth. Don't help her. We talk later, okay? Thank you. Last question here, DTT.
Emitofuo, Master.
Something too private for you, and we bring out something. You expose some things to a certain extent because it helps the rest of you. I scolded that guy in WMT because actually I'm scolding many of you as well. And finally someone said, actually it's me you're scolding as well. Very good. It's a wake-up call for you, okay? Because it's not just you. I don't do one person. I do multiple people. Hint. Yes, DTT.
Emitofuo Master, can you teach me how to smelt and absorb my rash? It came back again. So the first time, it took 3 years for it to go away. And now, I guess after I sit longer during the day and after the chi, it just flare up like crazy again. Is there a way to make it go away faster than 3 years?
What did we tell you?
Huh?
What did I tell you?
Endure.
I told you it's a good thing.
Yeah, but I'm going around scratching like a crazy monkey.
Then learn how not to scratch like a crazy monkey.
Okay.
You want me to talk to Master YongHua to fix it for you?
No.
Please, please, did you hear that? It's a good thing. What happened to you 3 years ago was 3 years ago. Now it's different. Actually, it's better now.
Thank you, Master.
Anytime. Okay, thank you everyone. Time is up. Let's go have lunch.